as of late. It's
Exactly.
Ramisha Shade.
It's been a week.
It has been a week. It's been a year already, to be honest with you.
Yes.
So tell us what we're dealing with today. We got a couple of things that have shifted in this weather in the last few days.
Right, Sherman. A few things have gotten a little better, and then we've gotten some things that have gotten a little worse.
Right.
Let's start off with the good news.
Okay.
I like good news over bad.
Me too.
Good news is that the flood watch that we had for Fort Bend County, Brazoria, most of the southwestern counties, I believe it was Colorado, Jackson, Matagorda, and over towards Calhoun counties, has been canceled.
That's good.
So that means the risk for widespread flooding a little bit lower.
Okay.
We're not really expecting a ton of flooding. We could still have some isolated flooded streets as these storms start to kind of bubble up this afternoon, but no longer a flood watch. However, we got to get to the bad news. Some of you are under a tornado watch, and that's not good.
Yeah. First off, real quick, break down the difference between a warning and a watch, because a lot of people know this and a lot of people don't.
Yes, that is a very good thing to think about and a very good thing to know. Of course, a watch means that conditions are favorable for a certain type of weather event to happen. Tornado watch, that means the atmosphere is primed for the possibility of a tornado, but it doesn't mean that it's happening. That means you probably have minutes, hours to prepare. Okay. But if you go under a warning, let's say a tornado warning, that means either a tornado has been spotted officially by a storm spotter, or we've had indications on radar that the rotation that we're seeing inside of that storm is strong enough for a potential tornado to form.
And you need to go ahead and hunker down.
So watch means, okay, there's a danger potentially. I'm thinking about, what I might do if things start to go downhill. Warning is like, okay, time to take action.
I always see a watch like a bowl of cake batter, and a warning's like the cake is made.
Yes.
Like it's right.
Warning means it's about to go down.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't need to be thinking about a plan. You need to go ahead and take action.
So thankfully we just got watches.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us where those are.
All right. I'm going to walk back here and talk about this tornado
Wait, hold
watch.
on. I'm going to walk them around. Because that's what they're here for.
Yes.
Go ahead.
We got a tornado watch. So this is going to be until 7 p.m. this evening. Now, here is the good news. We don't have the tornado watch for everyone. It is just going to be for Liberty County and also up towards Polk County. So Livingston, Liberty, Cleveland, you're under that tornado watch until 7 p.m. If you're in Houston, Woodland, Huntsville, anywhere else, you're not under the tornado watch. We're still likely going to get a few strong storms, but I don't think we're going to have that big tornado risk. Let's check out this live view of Houston, because you kind of see something flying around there. That is rain. We've got some rain coming down in and around the Houston area. No severe thunderstorm activity, but we are going to have these bursts of rain off and on. And even though we're not under the flood watch in Houston or anywhere at this point, we still have the risk for a few of those streets, especially the ones that are typically prone to flooding, to flood. So look at the temperature, 77 degrees, so feeling pretty good out there. So no extreme heat, but here is the problem. We've got showers and storms bubbling up out there, and notice the strongest line right now stretching from Rosenberg, close to Sugar Land, El Campo, down to Port Lavaca. Not much for Houston, just some light rain, and also another line of strong storms over into the Golden Triangle, Beaumont, Port Arthur, up to Silsbee and Jasper.
So a little bit of everything we get in this week.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's your favorite type of weather?
My favorite type of weather is what we've had.
Okay, so
the nice like
sunshine,
early spring
near
sun.
90. Well, we had temps near 90.
We had temps near 90, but it started out at 60, 70. I'm cool.
Right. Okay.
I like that.
So no, most people start to say, when we start getting close to 90 or around 90, that's when it gets a little too warm.
Would it be safe to say that this is probably the last, after this rain, this is probably the last of those spring-like temps? Like it's about to like.
They're dwindling.
Oh my God.
They're going down. They're getting fewer and fewer. That's right. Pretty soon we're going to be talking about. Wait a minute. How many days have we been in the triple digits?
Man.
So enjoy the spring weather while you can.
Okay.
And Houston, it doesn't stick around for long.
Wow. Okay.
But today we are still going to closely monitor the radar for any rotation with any of these storms. We do still have that severe threat, even though the flood threat is lower. That 1 out of 5 possible risk for maybe a feisty storm or two that could reach severe levels is going to stick around. It's going to be for parts of Walker County, Montgomery County, Harris County, so all of Houston over into Cold Spring, Cleveland, and down to Galveston. Of course, don't forget, if you're up around the Polk County area, Liberty County, you are under that tornado watch until 7 p.m. That means We're not talking about a huge tornado outbreak, but conditions in the atmosphere are favorable for maybe a brief tornado touching down, so we will watch that closely. Still for Houston, we're in that 2 out of 4 risk for flash flooding, but overall, we're not expecting the need to get out the boats. It's not going to be a humongous widespread flooding event, maybe 1 or 2 flooded streets. But if you live or work in those areas that typically start to easily flood in and around Houston, you're not out of the woods. Just be careful.
It's also an Astros opening weekend too, so
we're monitoring the radar and our futurecast to kind of see like if this rain is going to mess with the Astros game this evening. Let's go to around 7, 7:10, 7:15. Notice around 3, 4 o'clock we got storms that could roll right over Houston. But here's the good thing. We kind of want to get it in and get it out before we get to our Friday evening event. So notice by 6 o'clock, most of that heavy rain is off to the east of Houston. And by 7, 7:15, 7:30, at least this model showing things clearing out. So this is what we want. You want to get out, get your weekend started right without all of that heavy rain and storm action. And it looks like we are going to have a decent chance for that. So we are monitoring the heavy rain, but it looks like the majority of that may be out just in time for the first pitch for the Astros game tonight. Of course, this is the second game in a 3-game series for the opening series. And, you know, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty excited.
I'm excited
too. The Astros won the first game.
I'm going to tomorrow's game.
Have you been to one before?
I've been to one.
Okay,
and
cool.
I'm going to one. It'll be the first one for my kids tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So,
nice. Are they excited?
They don't even know. I'm just going to say hop in the car.
That's even better. That's a surprise, a nice surprise.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I think tomorrow's game is around 6:15 for that first pitch tonight,
right.
A little after 7. So 71 degrees. We do have some showers and storms showing up here. There could be a brief heavy downpour, but I do think there will be some drier periods. So hopefully we can get that heavy rain in, get it out, but still, just in case, bring the umbrella. Sherman, other big event going on today through the weekend. We've got our own Caroline Collins out there. She's going to be reporting live for us during our evening newscast. She is a lover of golf.
Yes, she loves golf, and she's good at it.
Maybe you don't know. She's really good at it. I believe she got a scholarship.
She did.
To play in college.
And her dad is a great golf pro.
Yeah.
So
she had a great teacher.
She was actually just on Fox Weather. Look, she's on Fox Weather right now. I'm going to turn it around. You see that? Look at that.
Say hello to Caroline.
Yep. So she's on Fox Weather, our national weather platform. So, yeah, got a little bit of everything going on at the same time.
And she might try to get a few rounds of golf.
She just might. All right.
Yeah, she loves her golf. So maybe she could teach me. I don't know.
She already gave me a couple of tips on my swing.
Yeah, I went to Top Golf one time and I tried to swing. I missed the ball.
Yeah, no, that's how it goes.
I hit the air.
You go to Top Golf for fun, really.
I swung hard too. I was like, oh, I'm doing great.
No, it's not
got
baseball.
it looks so easy on TV.
It's not baseball.
And then
I had to come up to that conclusion too.
And yeah, I hit the air and was kind of embarrassed.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Nobody saw it.
All right, so hopefully you can do a little bit of that. Hopefully you can hit the ball if you're going to be out there golfing. And we are going to have temperatures heating up this weekend. So for today's rounds out there at the Texas Children's Houston Open, there will still be some rounds of rain, but we are going to have less rain for the weekend. So Saturday, Sunday golf weather looking fantastic if you can handle the heat.
Nice. Ramisha, thank you so much for taking out the time to do that.
No problem.
I appreciate
Happy weekend to everybody.
For sure. All right. So let's take a look at some other things that we got going on. So in addition to the rain, in addition to the big pro golf tournament, there's also the premiere of the UFL, the United Football League, that's starting pretty soon, and we got a preview of that. Take a look at that right now.
Of course, I'm talking with Catherine Schultz. She's the Vice President of Events. And what else?
Business. I don't know.
What else? Business operations.
It's a long title.
It is a long title. Title. I like that when you do.
It's not even intentional. You're just so good at bringing out my southern drawl. Yes.
Oh, I love it when you do that. Okay, guys. UFL cranking up tonight. First game of the season right here at TD ECU Stadium. You might get some sunlight. I mean, I'm not sure if Mike Iskovitz predicted sunlight or not, but we may get some sunlight. A couple of things that broke during the morning show that we didn't know was going to break. I had Danny Garcia, co-owner of the UFL, and we talked about Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, showing up at the game tonight, and she broke some news.
She did.
Yeah, she broke some news. She said that they left Hawaii, got halfway across the Pacific Ocean, and had to turn around because there was something wrong. I won't say with the plane, but there was something wrong, so they had to go back to Hawaii. So he's not going to make the game tonight, as we had obviously and talked about him doing, but he's not doing that. So how are you doing?
I'm doing well. What is not to do well today? It's opening day for the league.
You wearing your red?
I'm wearing my red.
Hold up, before we go any further. Don't stop like that. You're supposed to say, what you want me to stop for?
What do you want me to stop for?
Okay, so that's it. So you just led me right into University of Houston Cougars.
I mean, it's going to
The
be
basketball. They're playing tonight against Purdue, number 4 seed.
And they are going to blow it out of the water. I mean, the University of Houston men's basketball is just phenomenal. And I'm telling you, they're going to do exceedingly well. It is going to be a great night in Houston, Texas.
It is. It's
It
a great
is.
night in Houston. You got the UFL, you got the University of Houston Cougars. The Rockets are not playing tonight. Oh, no. They are in Phoenix tomorrow night.
Correct.
The Dash.
The Dash and the Stros.
And the Astros are playing tonight.
And the Space Cowboys.
That's right. Astros have the Mets tonight. Hunter Brown on the mound for the Astros tonight. And then you've got the Space Cowboys, which we
Kicking
covered
off
that
tonight.
earlier. Opening day for them tonight as well. Man, Houston, people used to say Houston isn't a good sports town.
They were wrong.
They were dead wrong.
It is the best sports town. I mean, you guys know I'm a native Houstonian. I love all things Houston. But when you talk about our sports scene and you talk about our fan base, that's where it really starts to come alive. We have the best fans in the world.
That's
I'll argue
exactly
it
right.
all day long.
Not just one team, but across the board. So the UFL Roughnecks are in town tonight. I will play a little part in that, a very small part in that, and I'm honored. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're coming.
And that's going to be a whole lot of fun. But I just want you to get folk out to the game. They need to come out here. We need to fill the entire stadium because they're playing the Battlehawks tonight, and you can't let the Battlehawks leave here with a win.
No, we can't. And I talked to Coach Johnson yesterday. We had a fan event, and I think you guys showed some footage of it earlier. And he is ready to win, and he is excited. And I talked to our players last night, and they are excited, and they are honed in, and they're ready to bring a win to H-Town. And, it is such a distinct privilege and blessing to show off our city and our fan base with the league opening game. So I know you talked about it with Danny. I know you talked about it before, but to have the league opening game, because we're returning back to the University of Houston, back to our roots, the inaugural UFL Fox Friday night game, doesn't get any better than that. And so, joining us, you tonight as another co-host for game day, and, really our commitment to our fan base. It's been a few years where we've had changes every year. And so this is where it all comes back together. Space City Celebration. We've got some really wonderful folks from NASA coming out. We've got inflatables that are already set up out on the lawn outside of Gate 2.
Woo!
We've got some flame towers.
Woo!
Because it's not a space celebration if you don't have flames happening. Woo! So there's a lot of fun. And the best part of all of that is the price point, right? So there's such value that you have at our game. So our entry level is $22. We've got family 4-packs for $100. The family 4-pack comes with a hot dog and a Coke. So, you can't beat that. And parking starts as low as $15. So when you're looking at what can I do, what can I take my family to do? What can I come out with my girlfriends to do? This is a great spot to be. It's going to be fun. It's going to be lively. The weather, Mother Nature is going to pull out a win for us today.
I think so.
I can see the sunlight, so it's going to be a really good day.
I'm telling you, I just think this stadium, when the sun is shining, I love Rice Stadium. You guys know that. 17 years color analyst, I had to do that.
I know you did.
Preface that. But I will tell you, when the sun is shining over TDECU Stadium, it's pretty good. Is that?
It actually is pretty good. I've gone to a couple of the games. Pretty nice time. Thanks, Nate, for that. So let's talk about something else that's going on. Caroline Collins is currently at the Houston Open this weekend, one of the biggest pro golf tournaments that people are expected to be at. And a lot of avid golfers, a lot of golf enthusiasts, Caroline being one of them. Her whole family, they're really into golf. So Caroline's got a preview of that. It's pretty cool. Check this out.
The Texas Children Houston Open is underway at Memorial Park right here in Houston. The weather's holding off. Some of the best players in the world are out here, like Scottie Scheffler. But we have our favorite friend right here. Thank you so much, Orbit, for joining us. This is so fun, bringing the energy. Also, Executive Vice President of Astros Golf and the tournament here. We're so excited to talk to you, Anita.
Oh, Carolyn, it's always great to have you back, especially because you love the game so much. It's so great to have you here.
It's so fun, and what a great day that this is turning out to be. Are you relieved that the weather's holding off?
Yeah, you know what? We are so fortunate because it has been holding up. We're very optimistic. We think we're going to have a great day today, and tomorrow and Sunday are going to be incredible.
Now, tell me, what do people know when they're coming out here? They need to get a ticket online, they need a parking pass. How does this all go?
Yeah, so you know what? One of the biggest things that we did to improve from last year to this year is we have an incredible new ride share. So there is lots of parking available this year, more parking than last year, but there's also a really easy, very easy, convenient ride share. You can get tickets online. The great thing about the tournament is there's GA and venue hoppers. It's very simple to get access to them, and you know, it's a beautiful park, it's a beautiful golf course. We're not going to sell out because there's lots of space.
Yeah, there is a lot of space, which is so great. And people can get their tickets online. They are still available, general admission.
Yes,
right?
you can get them day of if you want. Just decide what you want to do with your family. Today we have golf and baseball. Tomorrow we have golf and baseball. But Sunday, final round, come to the golf course.
Well, Jim Crane, he plays a big part in bringing this tournament here, and he has to deal with, you know, opening day and opening weekend for the Astros.
You know what's really special about this tournament is this is the second year we've played it on opening day weekend, but it's great for the game of golf. It's 2 weeks before the Masters. It's great for baseball. Tonight we have Tony Finau coming to the ballpark to throw the first pitch. The golfers love it. The players love it. It's more importantly where you need to spend your time if you're a Houstonian. What a perfect weekend.
Yes, is that right? You agree? You agree? Yes, I agree as well. Well, thank you so much for filling us in. This is the place to be this weekend. It really is. We have the cut. It will happen today. So some of the best players will still be out here on Saturday and Sunday. I can see the gallery, so you know when there's like a big name coming up. So we will have so much more from Memorial Park as we go into the evening live on our 5 o'clock broadcast and 6 o'clock, and of course on Fox Local.
Man, there's a lot going on this weekend. If you're visiting Houston or you're trying to think about what to do, just close your eyes and just do this. Like, just pick. It's kind of crazy. All right. So, we talked about some things going on this weekend, all the sports going on, but your family can also spend Saturday with a local fire department over in Spring. So Lena DeFlorias tells us about a fun event that's also pretty educational. Take a look.
All right, for the first time ever this weekend, if you're looking for something to do, this is going to be it. All right, so the North Harris Firefighter Challenge and the Safety Expo are happening together in one place. So if you're thinking, well, what is that and how do I get involved? Well, guess what? I have all the information for you. So we have Director Briesinger, and kind of walk me through the safety part here.
Yes, so the Public Safety Expo, we're going to have a bunch of different agencies, over 30, coming out to talk about different public safety things. We're going to have a bike rodeo, so if you have a kid, want to bring your own bike, they can do a little obstacle course, learn a little bit more about bike safety. We're going to have food trucks, we'll have a helicopter landing, we'll have a live extrication where we'll go and cut up a car. We'll also have a live fire demonstration, so we'll have actual fire where we'll have a fire extinguisher, we'll put that out. Yeah. And you might have a chance to actually put out the fire as well. Oh. We're going to have a bunch of different things. It's a free event, free parking, family friendly.
Yeah, this sounds something like perfect for kids, because if you're talking about tearing up cars, putting out fires, and a helicopter, I feel like the kids are going to want to definitely see that.
Yeah, that's the whole point. We're trying to make sure that it is completely, again, free and family friendly. So there's a lot of different things for kids to do, for adults to learn. It's for everybody.
And informative too, because the whole purpose of that is to remind us about safety, especially like bikes and like maybe, checking out your smoke detector.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. We're going to have, so for Spring Fire Department, we're going to have a small booth where you're going to learn how to call 911, what the questions they're going to ask you to prepare for an emergency too.
Okay, so you're teaching everybody information that you hope that they never have to use, but just to be prepared just in case. Let's move over to the Firefighter Challenge here. All right, so Spring Fire Department, you have won this before, but not last year.
No, we Humble took it last
Wait,
year.
I'm sorry. You didn't win it last year. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
I'm trying to
That's
comfort
okay.
you here.
We've had a year to deal with it. So we won 2 years ago, and then Humble took it last year. There's been several different departments that have taken it down, but we look forward to taking the trophy back this year.
Well, here's the thing, though. You still have late sign-up. So if there's a department that's watching right now that's like, wait a second, we could win that, they can still sign up if they want to.
Yeah, if you're on the fence, I would urge you to go to springfd.org and sign up. We are taking late, like you said, last-minute sign-ups, and the more competition, the better. So as many departments as we can get in this, it builds camaraderie, and it just makes for an even greater event. So.
Yeah, and if you're on the sidelines, it's even better because you don't have to do any of the heavy lifting. You just pick a team, you start cheering, and then that's as involved as we have to get in this part.
Yeah, it's really fun to be a spectator. So
Yeah.
even if you're not competing, watching is great. It's family friendly as the Safety Expo is as a whole.
Yeah, so Saturday morning, and the perfect thing is that it's not too early. It's 10 a.m. It's free. You bring the whole family. You can learn some stuff, see some stuff. And also, if you're wondering, do the kids get to see the fire truck? Do they get to touch the fire truck? Yes, of course they get to touch a fire truck. I mean, what kind of an event would it be if the kids didn't get up close and personal with firefighters and the trucks, right?
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be a lot of different apparatus out there too. So we're going to have fire trucks, law enforcement, EMS, the whole 9 yards.
The works. All right. So again, tomorrow morning, Saturday at 10 a.m. at Splashdown. If you want to head over, I suggest you do. Although you won't have the cool gear that I got, but it's still going to be fun for you.
All right, we're back with more live and local. So check this out. I already told you there's a lot going on here in Houston, but there's also things outside of Houston that sparks Houstonians' interest. Like this, I don't know, this humongous tournament that's happening right now. Let's break it down for you, all right? We'll get a little Vanna White for you, or Vanna Black, rather. All right, so check this out. Let's go to the East region first. Here's the standing. So, number 1, Duke versus Alabama. Who you got? Who you got? I think I'm going to go with Duke, simply because of, you know, the history. And I'm a Louisiana guy. I wouldn't dare go with Alabama on anything. Let's go to the Midwest region. Of course, the Houstonians are paying attention to this one because we got ranked number 1 Houston, who just tore up Gonzaga earlier. They're playing Purdue, so the winner of that game plays whoever is the winner between Kentucky and Tennessee, ranked 2 and 3. It looks like it's going to be a busy time in the Midwest. All right, let's go over to the West region. We got number 1 Florida over Texas Tech. I think I'm going to go with Florida on that. I feel like that's more of a safe bet. I know Texas Tech. If you're a Texas Tech fan, sorry, but that's what I'm thinking. All right, over in the South, let's check it out. We got Auburn over Michigan, 1/5, and whoever is the winner of that will play whoever's the winner between Ole Miss and Michigan State. So that's the standings right now. It's a lot going on in that tournament. It's going to be pretty incredible. You might want to check that out if you haven't already. Very exciting basketball. I'm sure your bracket's busted up. I know Lee, is yours? Is your bracket?
Oh yeah, mine went away last week.
It went away last week.
I think I have 4 teams.
You have 4 teams?
Yeah, but that's 25%, not great.
Yeah, no, that's not good. All right, where are we going? We're gonna go over to check out digital. Is that right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see what they got going on. There's Bree over there shooting the deuce. That means she's working. All right, and here's Barbie. Hey.
Oh.
Yes, this is how we do it. How you doing?
I'm actually live streaming you right now.
You're live streaming me.
I'm in charge of
You're
that.
multitasking.
I'm multitasking.
Tell us what's leading on digital right now.
Right now, we've got Marvin Sapp's story.
Marvin
This
Sapp's story is
video
still
that's
trending.
kind of resurfaced,
Okay.
gone viral again. He's posted on his Facebook page,
Yeah.
sort of saying.
All right, what else?
Side. We've got what I'm working on right now for YouTube. You can go check out later. I'm sort of doing like a week in crime review of some of our biggest stories.
Oh, wow.
So that'll be premiering.
And I covered a couple of them, so
Yes,
yeah.
you were in it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Crime is definitely a factor in Houston. Thank you so much, Barbie.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in on Live and Local. We're, of course, working to bring you the latest. We'll have the latest newscast at 5 o'clock, and then at 6, then at 9, and at 10. You know the drill. Fox26Houston.com and Fox Local. Download that free streaming app. See you guys later.